Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sean here. Welcome to Zoobox Forever, which is the new home of Zoobox. So, last night around 11:30, which must be something to do with the time difference of wherever these people are. Whenever something happens with Zoobox, it always happens around 11:30. That's when I'll get an email saying like, "Oh, there's been a strike against your channel," or "Oh, we've just deleted your channel." So unceremoniously, Zoobox is gone. All of that work, 2 years of work, countless hours editing stuff. You know, most of what we talk about on Zoobox is actually not that crazy or not that even that spicy. Occasionally we get into stuff like that for kind of fun, but we've never really gotten in trouble for that stuff. What we get in trouble for a lot is false DMCA strikes, where people that will see that I've watched something they've created on Nightcap, and they will kind of vindictively make a claim, and then it's kind of left to you to work it out between yourselves. Oftentimes, that can lead up to going to court. Even if I think I have like a 99.9% chance of winning in court, I don't make a ton of money from this stuff, or any money at all, actually. When I say a ton of money, I make no money from this stuff. The only money I've ever made has been through the charity of kind of my friends. Like, in fact, the people that are on the channel with me. Big Paul and Dan Profit. They've kept the lemon economy going strong for me. They bought me a couple bottles of whiskey as a result. So I think the net gain of Zoobox, like throughout all the time of people actually giving me money in the 3 years that it was going on, was maybe $150, maybe 200 at the most. Not even, I don't even, yeah, definitely under $200. So, and anyway, so when people are doing that, you don't know the means of the reach of these other people. There's a lot of weirdos out there with YouTube channels. I can tell you from experience. I am one of them. But some people just have more money than others, and you don't know what the means are of other people. I've run afoul of self-help gurus. I've run afoul of anti-natalists, who are a bunch of kind of like incel-ish, death cult type people. Both anti-natalists and F-lists. I don't find that there's a meaningful distinction between the two of them, honestly. They really get very vindictive. They get very vindictive, and I'm sure they were just waiting and just kind of lurking on the channel looking for something to report, and apparently they found it. So it must be in kind of the newer terms of service that you're not allowed to promote certain types of things on YouTube, things that they would consider like illicit substances. And if you know, recently I had been kind of getting into this kind of stuff and just talking about it, like, because I would occasionally do it myself, just in my leisure time or whatever, something I use to kind of combat anxiety and sleeplessness. And apparently having a link to their store. I got sent these products by these companies. Serene Tree, True Can of Bliss. They sent me some products for review. This is a pretty standard thing. I put their link in the description where you could go buy their products. I told you people, I said, hey, this is a good product. Check out the links below. Go try it out yourself. Apparently, technically, that's against terms of service. So there's some sort of technicality that I ran into that really kind of fucked me over. And YouTube, I'm so low on the totem pole that YouTube does not care. They're not going to listen to your nuanced reasoning. They're not going to have mercy. It was probably flagged by somebody that doesn't like the channel. And then it's, somebody sees, well, did they violate this as written? Sure. Are we going to look at anything else? No. And that's the way it goes. And we already had 2 strikes against the channel for these spurious, kind of specious claims against us. We did the live stream with the Daddy of 5. The Daddy of 5 live stream, where we went back through all of the Daddy of 5 videos, or not all of them, but to show you that old meme, that old controversy. We kind of caught back up with it and just kind of looked at some stuff. And I was reported, and They made the claim that I was engaging in harassment and child endangerment, even though I was watching videos that are all on YouTube. We're all available on YouTube. Those videos are allowed to be up, but me adding commentary and criticizing them are not. That wasn't okay. You know, they can have people advocating for pedophilia and maps and furries and vor and all sorts of sexual degeneracy and all sorts of other weird shit, grooming kind of shit, and that's okay. But if you hawk a product or if people don't like you, YouTube makes it very easy for people to come after you, and there's really no recourse. Like I said, I'm too small of a channel to have any real recourse. So I'm kind of just fucked. Just kind of fucked. The repeal was already rejected. I sent an appeal last night. I got it about 20 minutes ago saying, no, we looked it over and we definitely made the right call. And then, and I even took the time because it gives you a place to kind of explain it. Like, I just kind of walked them through it. I gave, like, citations. And the funniest thing, whenever they do this shit to me, they'll like, so here's the part where that violated terms of service, or here's the video, and then you go click on it, and it's like, this video has been removed. And now we get this nice little message, oh, your entire channel has been, the channel no longer exists. It's like, great. So awesome. So, demoralized but not beaten, I suppose would be the way to put it. It's a bummer. Like, I put a lot of time into this shit. And I never was looking for a huge fame or fortune. I was really hoping at some point, I was like, well, it'd be cool if I could make like a few $100 a month just to kind of justify the time I spent, and also like just help me. I'm like a person. I gotta pay bills. I gotta do shit just like everybody else. And that's really all I was ever hoping for it. It's the only aspirations I ever truly had for it, was that, like, hey, maybe I can make, a couple $100 a month and have some fun on the internet, have fun with my friends, have fun with the community we were building. And it sucks because we were in a period of growth. Our subscriber count had started to kind of steadily go back up again after kind of being stagnant for a month and a half. And they were starting to trickle back up. It was cool. Things were happening. Yesterday, I literally spent all day yesterday pre-recording stuff to edit. Movie reviews, another product review, which I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with that now. I have a contract with these people. So it's like I'm going to have to record it, edit it, put it on this channel, leave it up for a week, and like delete it. Like, I don't know what else to do. It's not something that I can leave up in perpetuity anymore. At least not on YouTube. So I know I've been rambling. I apologize. So make sure to follow us on places like Odyssey and stay tuned. I think we're going to be looking into doing some other stuff. We may do like a locals or a Patreon thing. Although I don't want to, like, we're going to talk about it, but I don't think money is really going to be involved in that. It's just like a place to kind of just protect the content. I don't have money to have just fucking hard drives laying around and plugged in and maintained to keep my content. Like, most of that content that was on Zoobox is gone. It's gone forever. I have no backups of it. All of the movie reviews, book reviews, old Zoobox episodes of Zoobox Prime, all that stuff, most of that stuff is on iTunes. Most of that stuff is in podcast format, and that's really the only place you're going to be able to get it. And you can go on in like any app aggregate, like I use Podcast Addict, and get it there as well. But it's in the iTunes directory because it gives it the widest breadth. But in Spotify, it's on Spotify. So most of those, other than a few of them, made it over there, which is good. So it's preserved in one degree or another. But all of like the nightcaps and the most of the goes to the internet, all that stuff is gone. That's gone forever. It's never coming back. That sucks. I mean, that represents, I don't even know how much time. A lot of time in my life that I spent sitting at this fucking desk editing videos just to be taken out. And that's the thing that sucks the most, is there's no recourse. I got taken out over fucking some petty bullshit that other YouTubers are doing, playing games because they're fucking weird, autistic incels, and there's no and a fucking product review where there's probably some terms of service that's very rarely enforced. Obviously, very rarely enforced. I mean, fuck. Look at what is available on YouTube right now when it comes to selling or promoting or advertising for like any of these kinds of products for any of these companies. Fucking ridiculous. But anyways, yeah, make sure to follow us on Odyssey. Make sure to hit us up on Twitter and on Instagram. That's where you'll be updated in the future, our Reddit page. So, yeah, going forward, it's going to be here in Odyssey mostly. I think we might also kick back up Rumble. I'd like to be done with YouTube, period. Honestly, I really do not like the platform, and I find it very obnoxious. The amount of ass covering that they do for themselves to the detriment of the creators and good content. They just cover. They cast such a broad, wide umbrella that it's really hard not to get caught in. And when you're a little channel like ours, it's nearly impossible to get any type of reasonable justice, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what to call it. I'm so just irritated right now. But anyways, hopefully that you're subscribed over here as well. I pimped it out a few times. I tried to get people to come over here because I knew it was inevitable. Like, this whole thing was inevitable. It was only a matter of time, and I knew that. And as I get into spicier stuff, or if I want to talk about the things that I want to talk about, like, I kind of knew that it was only a matter of time before the axe would fall on the YouTube stuff. So, alternative platforms, very important to support. Odyssey is getting better every day. It's far from perfect, but I will say that it has, even in the past year, has come a long way in terms of functionality and being a more serious alternative to something like YouTube. It was not for a long time. So I'm definitely going to be supporting them over there and trying to build something. It's just on Odyssey, it's just like everywhere else. The only people that are popular on Odyssey are people that are popular on fucking YouTube. So same thing with Rumble. Like, there's just no growth on these platforms. People go there and watch the things they already know to go there and watch, and they don't do too much like searching outside of that. And the AI and the algorithms that a lot of these companies use are not as sophisticated as Google's, and doesn't have kind of the smart recommendations, and it doesn't work the same way. So it's hard to get discovered over on those platforms, but we'll see. All right, everybody. I'm going to go edit something, I think. Try not to get too depressed. Try not to get too bummed about it, but I am bummed. I'm not going to lie. It's like demoralizing. Makes me feel like I wasted my time, which I didn't, It was about the journey. It was about the memories we made along the way. No time is truly wasted, but you know what I mean. All right. Adios.